I was last week, Monday, who say on the 11th of May 2026, who say the president of France, President Macron, Emmanuel Macron, was shouting in a summit.
Hey, hey, hey! I'm sorry, guys.
Before say, sa summit we be so na papa eba be shouting ewo auditorium hono na the president of Kenya, Kenya president, RUTO, and so the can be.
How do we take our money, give to people, and then we go on our knees to beg them to help us?
Aboche na yentie ha na suppose the message subscribe be comment na wala kebusia yen hyase. Last week 11th of May 2026 and summit bia na eba so e Africa ha na summit no ne ato di Africa Forward Summit Africa Forward Summit the chira say the France president episode share Africa youth na eba no those are in content creation in other aspects kind of the Ebema Africa developing nti do mu so ekoshia Nairobi Kenya na omoye meeting concerning how we can promote the culture of Africa, development of Africa, so that Africa will also move forward. Na busia yes summit national summit na ekoso no na wo hwa na quite say dedebi or auditorium ho dede na ekoso ye pa na when president of France Emmanuel Macron he say no that be the way ankofo ye dede there as if say keji nkwara bi na egu na omoye dede na omo refi so no ogoro Macron e will meeting as if now Macron sorry opejane nsa na so wasem kan yes okachi the host so wasem kan abro mu kasa now or wasem kan of the microphone here dey e man
come into the country, but a lot of them go to our dumping sites, destroy our environment, open air burning, air pollution, and our beaches are dirty. So then
already you're not waiting your turn.
I will make order. Excuse me, everybody. Hey, hey, hey! I'm sorry, guys, but it's impossible to speak about culture, to have people like that super inspired coming here, making a speech with such a noise. So this is a total lack of respect. So I suggest, if you want to have bilaterals or speak about somebody else, something else, you have bilateral rooms or you go outside. If you want to stay here, we listen to the people. And we play in the same game. Okay? Thank you.
And this, ladies and gentlemen, is called leadership. All right.
Macron atiatia Africans na ho no waba yasa so abetiatia hey just like I say you are in a class and then kindergarten they are making noise, you have to shout them and then to let them keep quiet. Asema waka kran kan we na ye bom sem hwia. This thing they feel like they are still colonizing Africa because now they feel like they are the leaders, they are still our leaders. We look up to them before we can do anything. What they are say? But omo bom sem hwia. The work as an abandoned video so obi e can be obi e kabaye no yetena say ne ahwehwem ne ya dodo mu ansa ne ayde ya ba beka bi na busu before said this summit ne beba so no na RUTO Kenya president edi kan asem bi any African leaders e wo ho Asia aka cho any some dignitaries e wo ho ka cho say no before say be share Macron no say ni o say dey to Macron anim say ni e ka kire Macron e ma no nso hu say no Africa no we can manage our own affairs.
How do we take our money, give to people, and then we go on our knees to beg them to help us? That is not intelligent at all. This is a conversation, first and foremost, before we have with President Macron, we must have amongst ourselves as leaders in this continent. What is Kenya doing? What is Zambia doing? What is Mauritania doing? What is the next country doing? What are we doing to mobilize our own resources with the support of our financial institutions led by the Africa Development Bank for us to unlock this enormous amount of resources for us to de-risk and to finance our own development? The request we are going to place on President Macron's table is when we go to the G7, we are not asking for money. We are asking for the endorsement of the G7 for our architecture so that we can enhance the ratings of institutions like ATD so that they can help us reinsure, so that they can help us de-risk our pension funds, our insurance companies, so that that money sitting with them, $4 trillion, can be available for our own development. This is the conversation we must have. Currently, we are putting a lot of our money from central banks in foreign banks. We are not putting that money in Africa Development Bank. We are not putting in Afri-Exim. We are not putting in ATD. We are taking it elsewhere. And that money is helping drive the development of other places. How do we take our money, give to people, and then we go on our knees to beg them to help us? That is not intelligent at all. I don't want to say, you know.
So when so RUTO Kenyan president, the two you say before say President Macron, these are some of the discussion also discussing and some of no more money has say no this time around no dia omo betena se ema abrofo no inform set abrenwa no mo form ye do mo pe no mo fa ye resources na fa ye na ye ne dem ye poor dabi na busua odi we to dwa wie ye okache ni colleagues say these are some of the things that we should think about before we meet Macron. Finally okoshia Macron no share Macron abusua asem no de na anya asem ketwa oche Macron say no, Africa is no more like in a timid say ye betena ho na abrofo mu ye den editect edi ama na abusua one Macron our platform back so no and some say no catch Macron face to face extra Macron say we are sick and tired of you people.
Continent was a victim of brutal colonialism, all the way to slave trade, exploitation, and everything in between. The African Union led in the charge for independence. We now have 54 independent states. You have asked us what assurance we can get that this will not be repeated again. I can tell you without fear of any contradiction that we do not need any assurance from anybody. We will do it ourselves. We will not allow ourselves again, as leaders from this continent, we will take charge of our own destiny. And that is why a conference like this is taking place in Nairobi, because we are recalibrating our relationship with our partners. And we have been absolutely clear that this is a relationship of equals. At the heart of this relationship is sovereign equality. At the heart of this relationship is not extraction, is not exploitation. It is investment for mutual benefit. And we are not entitled. We are not asking, to be favored. No. We are asking that we know we have responsibilities. We also know that others have responsibilities. And the reason why we had a candid conversation this afternoon, even amongst ourselves as Africans, there are things.
So, Abusia, a year forward summit, Africa Forward Summit, of course, when Nairobi, see near day, you could see how Macron, a betian, command na penima befi, what I say. Now, you RUTO, so yeah, the editor, our chairman across, we not allow ourselves again to be used. This time around, we have to know ourselves and then being capable of doing our own things. Abusia, say now, TSF, say now, also Jane Found, say Africa, no, Tisiano, say the Papa Dr. Kwame Nkrumah, no, the black man is capable of managing his own affairs, no, Tisian, and take the bold step. na yɛmboa ma ɔman ne yɛ dɛ entu mpɔn na ɔman ne yɛ dɛ ɛnkɔ so aha yɛ na support share bɛsɔ subscribe comment na wa like na ɔbɛka abusua ko ni aboa ma ɔman ne Ghana man ne African continent nyinaa so afa ne ntoma pa yɛ dɛ ɛfra until meet again abusua stay blessed makramo